They always want to cage the rarest bird. Don't they strip it of its freedom, keep it behind glass so they can gawk at its feathers bright, shimmering, unlike anything they've ever seen. They crave what they cannot understand, and you, my friend, are no different. But here's the punchline: they'll never hold you. They'll search their entire lives trying to replicate the essence of what you are scouring the ends of the earth, chasing shadows and reflections, fools on a wild hunt for the unattainable. You are not a commodity. You are chaos wrapped in brilliance, and enigma that doesn't know the world in explanation. Let them keep searching you. See, people are drawn to the extraordinary the way moths are drawn to flame, but unlike the moth, they won't admit they're chasing their destruction. Oh, they'll pretend they're just curious, that they want to understand you too, bring you down to their level, but make no mistake, what they really want is to consume you, to tear apart your rareness, piece by piece, and make it something digestible, something that fits in their ordinary little boxes. But you don't fit in their boxes, do you? And that terrifies them. You're the glitch in their system, the question that doesn't have an answer, the wildfire they can't extinguish, and so they'll project their fears onto you. They'll call you strange, difficult, unworthy. They'll tell you to dim your light, to soften your edges, to conform. And if you dare resist, well, then you're the villain of their story. Let that sink in. Being the villain isn't such a bad thing, is it? After all, every good story needs one. Heroes are predictable, always doing what's expected, playing by the rules. But villains make the rules. They're the ones who disrupt the status quo, who challenge the norms, who refuse to bow down. And the best part, the villain's story never ends, because the world can't stop talking about them. You see, they'll remember you, not for the time you fit in, but for the times you stood out, for the moments you refused to compromise, even when it would have been easier to blend in. They'll remember the fire in your eyes, the way you walked away without looking back, leaving them with nothing but the echo of your presence and the unbearable weight of what they'll never find again. Now smile, not for them, but for yourself, because here's the secret: they'll never understand true rarity. Doesn't beg for recognition, it doesn't need applause or validation. It exists in its own right, unapologetically unshaken by the world's opinions. You don't need to prove your worth to anyone, because your existence alone is proof enough. You are the exception to their every rule, the outlier in a world obsessed with averages. And so let them search, let them wear themselves out, trying to decode you, to figure out what makes you tick. Let them waste their lives chasing a shadow they'll never catch, because while they're busy looking for you in all the wrong places, you'll be out there living, thriving, becoming even more untouchable. Let the silence linger. Do you feel that that's power, the kind that doesn't need to shout to be heard, the kind that's born from knowing your own value, from refusing to be tamed? You are the storm they can't predict, the tide they can't control, and no matter how hard they try, they will never find another you. Not in this lifetime, not in the next. So don't let their desperation fool you into thinking you owe them anything. You don't owe them your time, your energy, your explanations. You don't owe them a place in your story, 'cause they're not the ones writing it. You are. Let the thought simmer. The world doesn't deserve you, but it's lucky to have witnessed you, even if only for a fleeting moment, because your rarity isn't just in what you do, but in who you are, and that's something they'll never replicate, no matter how hard they Try so let them search forever, let them dream, let them hope, let them believe that one day they'll find someone like you, because they won't. You are the only one of your kind, a masterpiece without a duplicate, and that, my friend, is your greatest power.